And his riding style just shows it. Does a bit of a moment there. Incredible reflexes from these guys at the top level. Have you noticed that perhaps yours have been refined or honed a little bit more since you got to Europe?
Yeah, definitely, because obviously the speed and the techniques have changed as well, but going a little bit faster and the track changing every single lap, whereas something probably Chad and I aren't used to in Australia, but definitely reflexes and have to be very refined.
Claudio Federici remains in second position, but I guess now in pit lane they are all wondering how they are going to stop this man, the Corona Suzuki rider, Michael Bichon. This race is a 35-minuter, as we mentioned at the beginning, plus 2 laps. We're around 10 laps into it, and Bichon looking very, very strong. Gordon Crockart, who's had some problems since he arrived here on the weekend, is looking a little stronger now.
Yeah, Gordon's a very strong rider. He's only come probably strong in the last probably couple of years. He's won quite a few GPs now, and he's definitely going to be, at this year, definitely in top 3, I could say.
Best of the Millennium KTM riders is this man, Danny Tobias.
As far as tyre choice and stuff goes, Andrew, is there a big selection, or is it a pretty basic sort of selection for soft, medium and hard, or is there a lot of choices? And I guess you got choices in different size fronts now too.
Yeah, that's right. It's actually interesting for different tracks, because a lot of the European riders seem to only use the one compound and the one tyre pattern, which is a sand pattern, but seem to be able to use it on any circuit, on hard pack, soft track, sandy. So it's quite difficult to see what other riders are using, but as you say, different front tyres, different sizes, and now using 20-inch is working very well on a track like this.
Well, we saw a quick shot there a moment ago of the reigning world champion, Bolle. His day is over, and this man, he finished runner-up in 2000 and looking good in 2001. Michael Bichon leads the way in the 250 Grand Prix at Broadford. We'll be back in just a few moments. We're back at Broadford. This is round 3 of the World Motocross Championship. Hope you're enjoying all of this afternoon's action. This man, the Suzuki ace, Michael Bichon, leads the way from Claudio Federici, the Yamaha rider, a 25-year-old who hails from Rome in Italy. 5th in the 250 World Championship in season 2000. Former winner of the Italian 125 Junior Championship as well. Doing a terrific job on the Yamaha at the moment. Another Yamaha in behind him in 3rd in the hands of Yves de Maria. The circuit seems to be drying out a little more as the race progresses as well, so the hot, dry and dusty conditions here would really be testing these riders in the latter stage of this race.
Yeah, that's for sure. As you can see, Claudio come down that hill there. It was getting quite rough, and the ruts were getting quite deep as well. It's going to be interesting to see how the fitness of all the riders stand up to it.
There's the gap, 2.9 seconds to the Skittles Yamaha of Yves de Maria, the 29-year-old from Marseille in France, who was a pretty strong rider in the mid-90s, I guess. He was 2nd in the 125 World Championship in 1993 and 3rd in the 250 World Championship the following year. Has just about always finished in the top 10 in the 250 World Championship since then, but has failed to better that 2nd and 3rd position. He's in 3rd at the moment in this, the 3rd round of the World Championship in Australia.
They come out of here, Andrew, and they head back up this hill here and around this left-hander, down off the hill. Is it real difficult, this section here?
It's not so bad. Probably more the off-camber section right there, where you could see Yves de Maria right there. Very, very rough coming out, very rocky, and trying to come into the corners, a lot of braking bumps, so it's quite difficult, that section up there.
Good crowd here this afternoon too. A lot of people have made their way up from Melbourne for this one, and the township of Broadford getting right behind the event. Federici in 2nd from de Maria, but the man who leads the way is Michael Bichon. We mentioned just before that last break about the progress of Australia's Chad Reed. We will keep you up to date as we head towards the finish of this one. Here is Gordon Crockart The Irishman, who has had some troubles since he arrived here, but has really sorted it out come race day and charging back up through the field.
Yeah, quite a young rider, but very, very strong and having some good results over the last couple of years. Couple of podiums and I think a couple of Grand Prix wins.
You find with especially the English guys, especially the English guys, you know, obviously England's a bit of a wet country. When you go to a muddy racetrack, they really shine more than any of the others, or?
Yeah, that's for sure. They ride very, very well on the wet, and I think it even improves their riding in the sand.
This is a quick replay of pit area. Look at that way the bike launched out of that corner there. And Danny Tabers was the unfortunate victim.
Yeah, very, very strong move there by Pit Byron. Very aggressive rider and very hard on machine also.
Chad Reed is currently in 10th position. What a stunning fight back that has been for the Kawasaki rider. Here's our early race leader, Pit Berrier. Or Byra, I should say, the German riding the Skittles Yamaha. His teammate, Yves de Maria, is currently in 3rd position. There is Chad Reed. What a storming ride it's been from the 19-year-old from Newcastle. Is that a hard thing to do when you have a fall like that? It can, I guess, really rattle your confidence quite badly, and to pluck up that confidence again and try and fight back the way he has is quite incredible.
Yeah, Chad's been riding very, very strong in the first couple of Grand Prix, and it's showing here again, you know, very, very determined, and it's good to see that when he does have a crash, he doesn't give up and fights back and gives it everything.
How radically different are some of the European circuits that yourself and Chad have been to so far this year? When, you know, you're in Spain for the season opener, was it vastly different to, I guess, the feel of this circuit?
Yeah, Spain had a lot of big downhill jumps and a lot of big uphill jumps, so compared to this track, it's quite different, and it was meant to be a hard surface like here at Broadford, but was ploughed up and very, very soft.
Bichon just getting past Shane Metcalf there aboard Bike 87. We jump aboard with Josh Coppins and the man just in front of him. They're almost a touch with Chad Reed aboard the Kawasaki. That's a pretty graphic shot. Our onboard camera showing you just how dusty it is out there at the moment and how hard these guys are working. Heading down the hill once again, and Coppins looking for the inside run on Chad Reed. Does he do it? Looks like he manages to. So Coppins moves one place further forward, but Reed is a determined fighter. Look at him. He's on the green Kawasaki Bike 41, using all sorts of different lines.
Yeah, Chad's trying everything there. It's good to see that he's not following Josh and trying some different lines and trying to get around him. I think Josh being from New Zealand and Chad being from Australia, as Darryl said before, it's kind of Josh's home Grand Prix as well. They're both trying to get some good results there.
You mentioned about following the rider directly in front of you. That's not the place or thing to do?
Especially not on a circuit like this. The track is very rocky and a lot of rocks flying up from the back wheels. So good to get out of the roost a little bit and try and find some faster lines to get around them and make a run on somebody else.
Well, we are heading towards the finish in this one. There's Bike 87, Shane Metcalf, the Aussie, currently, according to our timing monitor, in 20th position. Craig Carmichael, another Aussie, just in behind him aboard Bike 83. Metcalf aboard a Honda. Carmichael, there he is, aboard the Kawasaki. So our boys once again doing a terrific job. And the best of them has been Chad Reed, who is inside the top 10, a sensational performance. As we head for home, the Corona Suzuki, Jay Foreman and the Aussie boys who've been helping out Bichon and his teammates this weekend would be delighted with this one. Bichon, 3 starts, 3 wins in season 2000. He wins the 250 Motocross Grand Prix at Broadford. Maximum points for this man. Second position to Claudio Federici, and another Yamaha in third, Yves de Maria. Well, Andrew McFarlane, thank you very much for your time in the commentary box here this afternoon. Best of luck in the 500s. We are certainly looking forward to you doing really well in that one, my friend.
No worries, thank you. It's nice to be here.
There he is, Andrew McFarlane, and his compatriot Chad Reed ended up finishing in 6th position. Mikhail Bichon walked away with the 3rd win of the season. Federici in 2nd, de Maria in 3rd. Paul Cooper recovered to finish in 8th. We'll go right back through them for you. Daryl King, the Kiwi, finished in 10th. Pit Byra, who was our early race leader, dropped to 11th position. Daryl Beattie has done the bolt from the commentary box, and he's now down with our winner.
Mikhail, 3 from 3. At the start of the season, you can't get much better.
Yeah, for sure. It cannot be any better because last year was a very bad end of the season, and with the team we worked really hard the whole winter. Myself also, I trained very hard, and now I'm leading the championship. I won 3 races. I got 3 poles, so everything, nothing can be better than this. But it's a long season, so I'm gonna have to keep concentrate and keep working on the bike, keep working on my training. And then take race by race and try to win more races and get a big lead in a championship.
The Broadford track here this weekend, your thoughts on the track?
Excuse me?
The thoughts on the track here this weekend?
I like the track a lot on Friday. They put a lot of water. The dirt was really tacky, but today was not really the kind of track I like. It was a very hard bike and pretty slippery. I'm from north of France. It's very wet and always raining, so I like when it's a little bit muddy condition. But I have to do with it and adapt myself to the track. That's what I did in that moto, even if I didn't feel very good. But winning in those conditions is good for the future.
All the best for the rest of the year.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mikhail Bijon extends his series lead. Gee, the Suzuki pilot really is the dominant force so far this season. A terrific ride also by the Aussie Chad Reed, and I'm sure we're going to see more of that in 2001. Darryl Beattie is with him right now.
Chad, you seem like you're great at coming through the field.
Yeah, it's something that I've sort of had to do. I'm not the greatest starter, so pretty much just comes down to you get a bad start, you got to just go for it, and that's what I done. And the crowd just made it even extra special because you're just coming through and they were just so loud. It was cool.
Are you disappointed when you look back at it and obviously see where the result could have been?
Yeah, sure. Coming into this after this morning, I felt really good, and I said to myself, all I want is a good start. Just give me a good start, and I'm confident I can, go ahead with it. Which, the first 2 rounds I wanted a good start, but then in the back of my head I was, a bit scared and didn't really know what to expect. But today I really wanted it, but didn't get it. So, no, I just went from there and just went my hardest and done my best.
You feel the more you mix it with these guys now, you're going to gain more confidence and not be scared to, bang it in there with them more? Yeah,
sure. I've got a lot of confidence from this race. It's just I think it's what I needed for sure. Is just to pass a lot of the good names and then go the whole 40 minutes battling and I did that today. So the next round's going to be a tough race. It's quite a sandy race, and so I'm going to go back to Europe and train hard and see what we can do there.
Well, I'm sure after today you got a lot of Australians that are going to watch it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, hopefully. It's as you know yourself, it was the best feeling I've ever had. It was the whole way around the track. You could just hear them. They were so loud, and I can't wait to come back here next year and do it again.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
This is round 3 of the World Motocross Championships. Stay with us right here on your home of motorsport.